Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Motorsports Magazine from the all-new Airborne Speedway in Plattsburgh. I'm Rick Knowles, joined on the telecast by Rob Knowles. Tonight on tap, 5 divisions of racing action, spectator racing, and we're going to melt your car.
No, it's yours in the infield, not mine. See, it was a double cross. I had people working on the inside that got your automobile in the infield before mine.
I see mine from here, so I know you're not telling the truth now.
Okay, I just checked. Mine's there too. So I guess we're safe then. We can both drive home.
A lot of race cars signed in again, Rob. One of the norms here at Airborne Speedway has been 140 to 150 cars. We've got that again tonight.
Yeah, over 30 in the modified garage, and they're all chasing Patrick Dupree now, the defending track champion. Although Martin Roy certainly put a pretty good dent into his lead, down to just 6 points. Martin Roy was the winner last week. It was his third win. He's got the most wins in the division, but Patrick Dupree, with his 2 wins early in the year and his consistent finishes, that's put him atop the point standings, ahead by 6. Aaron Bartamy is the third horse in that race. He's 53 points out of the top spot. And then really it is a 3-car battle for that track championship in the modifieds, with right now Dupree holding a 6-point lead over Roy and a 53-point lead over Aaron Bartamy.
Another car to watch tonight that's back in the garage area is the Crickets number 22 for Mike Bruno.
Yeah, Mike Bruno, whenever he's here, is certainly a car that can find its way to victory lane. He has one win this year, but I think he hasn't been here the last 3 weeks, and he has dropped well out of the top 10 in the point standings, picking and choosing events this year. I know he just got back from a lengthy vacation in Florida with his family, so we'll be keeping an eye out for Mike as well in that number 22.
We saw some big wrecks here last week at the Airborne Speedway. A new car for Nick Haywood, a new car for Randy Martin.
Well, first let's talk about the Renegade division. Nick Haywood totaled his Camaro, so that car is gone. He purchased what had been Mike Chris's car last year that was earlier in the year campaigned by Chris Garrett. So he purchased that car from Chris Garrett. He's been out in practice. Certainly he'll have to try to figure out the setup on that car. It'll have a different feel for him. But also his points lead is now down to 7 points. Lonnie Rivers moved into the second spot. Nick Haywood totaled his car in the mishap in turn number 4. Randy Ledoux was also clobbered in that wreck. So both of those drivers suffered losses in the points last week, in addition to spending a lot of hours in their shops getting their cars ready. So Lonnie Rivers back to the second position, and the lead for Nick Haywood is just 7.
In the mini-modified division, we saw Randy Martin from a stopped position in the top of turn 4 gets hit so hard in the back end, the car literally went up over the air, into the air, over another car.
And he had to put a brand new race car together. He chronicled online the number of hours that he's been putting into that car, along with some friends that have been helping him out. And he's got a lot of hours putting a brand new race car together this week. There's just a couple of sheet body panels that he was able to save from the old car that you'll see on the car that he has put together for this week. So we'll see how things go for Randy. There were some bad wrecks last week, like you said, in the Renegades as well as in the mini-modifieds. But one division last week that didn't have a lot of major pile-ups. There was one in a qualifier that wasn't a real bad wreck, but Jamie Begor won last week in the sportsman division. Begor picking up his first win of the year. Robin Wood, who at one point won 4 straight, is still the guy that they're all chasing atop the points. Bucko Branham in the second spot, but Robin finished third last week, Rick, and that allowed him to increase his point lead in the sportsman. As we said, Nick Haywood is still the leader in the Renegades. And in the mini-modified division, Rick Donor took the point lead away from Billy Twaits. Donor won for the third time of the season last week, and Billy Twaits was also another car that got caught up in a pretty serious wreck, so he didn't have a real great point finish. He falls to second. Rick Donor, the new point leader in the mini-mods. And remind us what happened with the Bombers.
Well, the Bomber division, it was a wire-to-wire win for Josh Lavarnway. He's back looking to make it 2 in a row. And one thing we can guarantee you on tonight's show, you're going to see a ton of crashing.
Why's that?
Because as an added bonus, we're going to show you one of the heats from the Clinton County Fair Demolition Derby.
Well, I didn't even know. That's a surprise to me as well. So if you're a Demolition Derby fan, you can tune into the rest of the show, and when you're going to squeeze that in?
We're going to have that in the show probably toward the end, just before we pick our Watson Glass Driver of the Week. Thanks to Jim Watson from the Watson Glass Company for providing the funding for our Driver of the Week award. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Motorsports Magazine from Plattsburgh's Airborne Speedway. It is next.
Magazine, a driver from the Ernie's Discount Tools Modified Division. He's from Sheldon, Vermont. Here's Aaron Bartamy, the driver of the B3. Aaron, first win of the year a couple of weeks back. The division now, the car counts are as strong as they've been since you've been racing here. And it really is a situation where you've got to make sure your car is really hooked up and fast, and your crew has a fast rocket underneath you if you're going to win.
They do. The competition level from the about 4 or 5 years ago when we started running here has become phenomenal. I mean, you got Mike Bruno, Don Scarborough, Leon Gagnon, Pat Dupree, Martin Roy out of Naperville, Quebec. I mean, you got all these big names starting to show up here every Saturday night to compete for the championship. And we got in the winner's circle here 2 weeks ago, when this team has been putting a fast car into me every Saturday night for this whole entire season. And 2 weeks ago was our chance, and we got it.
Well, you and I actually talked last week, but because we had a problem with the tape, we couldn't air that interview. So some of the things that I'm going to ask you've heard the questions before, but we apologize for having those tape problems last week. But one of the things that you brought up in the interview last week is that weather plays a big part with your modified, and it is really sensitive, I guess is the right word, in different weather conditions. Talk about what happens to your modified with the changing weather conditions.
My modified is extremely fast when the sun's out and real humid day. That car is just, it's 180 degrees different when it's colder out. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a lack of setup on our part, or it's just the whole entire car and the setup that we do have. But the team has got a car that is unbeatable when the hot weather comes out. I mean, this car is fast. It's been fast on the speed charts here for the past 6 weeks, and hopefully we can keep doing that week in and week out here, because that's what we're going to need to hopefully try to capture the championship.
You talk about your team, and it really is a team, because parked next to you every week is your brother Adam, and I know a lot of family members are involved in the entire racing operation between the two of you.
Yes, if you look over there, we got my brother, my sister, my father, my mom, and grandparents come every Saturday night, sit in the stands. I got some relatives that come up out of Texas and down south. They come up 2-3 times a year. And it just brings the whole family together on Saturday nights. We own our own business back over in Swanton, Vermont, and it's tough during the week to get some family time, because the way the economy is and stuff right now, we're just trying to stay above water, and we're busy, week in and week out. So every Saturday night we're able to come over here and have a good family time together.
So this is your relax time. You come to the racetrack to relax and go real fast.
Yes, exactly.
Well, let's see, what else can we talk about? One of the things that has been rumored of late, and it looks like it may happen, some other tracks perhaps going to asphalt, tracks that have been running modifieds on the dirt. Your thoughts on the possibility? Of course, Albany-Saratoga is the big track that people have been talking about potentially moving to asphalt. Your thoughts if something like that happens?
We've actually got an okay from a sponsor right now to go ahead and buy a second chassis, and we've already got the engine builder working on a second motor, because if we do go that route, we will be running probably Friday night and Saturday night here. Sunday night's a little far-fetched right now because of our work schedule. We're busy right now come Monday mornings and stuff, so we need to be relaxed, ready to go, get the week rolling, and then we'll roll back into race mode on Friday and Saturday night.
Something else that you and I talked about last week, because it was brought up on one of the dirt message boards, and that is somebody had looked at your car in a photograph and they said, well, look, they're changing those cars up to run on asphalt. That's not really a true dirt legal modified. And you and I talked last week, your car is 100% dirt legal. If you wanted to go run at Granby, you could go and do that.
Yes, exactly. That car over there, I'd say 4 hours. We'd have shocks and springs changed and ride heights, and that car would be rolling up to Granby on Friday night. The motor's dirt legal, chassis dirt legal, everything's dirt legal on that car. Body, only thing different-wise on the body is it's built pretty much for Syracuse for the speeds and downforce, and it won't affect you at Granby. That car I don't think would probably have a win out of it, but it would go definitely for a top 5 up to Granby any Friday night or Saturday night to Drummondville.
Point-wise, you're sitting in the top 5, third, I believe, in the point standings here at Airborne, running on a regular basis. You've got 2 guys in front of you that I want to say you're somewhere like 53 points behind the point leader, who is Patrick Dupree, and Martin Roy sitting in the second spot. Is it realistic at this point to still think that you've got a shot at him?
Well, we're trying to figure that out right now. I've had a couple of guys come by this past week and call me up at the shop and said, Aaron, you need to just keep focusing on what you're doing. Your driving has turned around 180%. And you got a chance at the championship still. And I said, I don't know, guys. They said, no, we strongly believe that you got a shot at the championship still. and you just need to keep your head on your shoulders. So I'm being told that. Right now I'm just looking for a top 3 finish right now under the point standings, and I know this team behind me can do it, and I know that I can take and do it.
Aaron, with bigger fields out on the racetrack, it seems as though some weeks the faster modifieds, they sense that whoever gets towards the front the fastest is probably the guy that's going to win. There's a half dozen to 10 modifieds that you wouldn't be surprised to see end up in victory lane with the checkered flag. Do you have that sense as a driver that you're cognizant of those other hot shoes that are right around you in the starting grid, and that if you're not ahead of them real fast, then you might have a long night in terms of getting a chance to get the checkered flag?
Well, you look back 2 weeks ago when we took and won. We had to pass Martin Roy, and we had to pass George Foley. Leon Gagne was up there with us. I believe Pat wasn't. I think he had to start at the back that night and come up, and he ended up finishing 3rd with us. But it's a fact of trying to win this race in the first 15 laps and try to keep your momentum going for the last 15 laps. Last weekend we had a crash on lap 15, I believe it was. We went all the way to the tail in 30th spot, and we came all the way back up to 6th. Had a very good run there, but we were having to beat that car to death to get it up to where we got it. And we passed a lot of good people getting there. But it is a fact of you got to get there as soon as you can. If not, your window of opportunity is going to be closed.
And that brings up another interesting point. You talked about having to go to the back of the pack. Now that there's 30 cars on the racetrack, to get back to a top 10 or a top 5 finish, you're passing a lot of guys, and you've got to do it in a hurry. And sometimes you're not always sure where some of those guys that are running towards the back of the pack, what line they might take. So you really have to tiptoe at times. And when you see your shot, go for it.
Yeah, last weekend I set back 3-4 laps, let those guys go at it, and I said, man, I just got to take and keep a head on my shoulders. We're looking at the points championship here. And there was a couple windows of opportunity, and I took them, mainly on the restarts, though. We got by a lot of cars, and then we had 5 laps to go. We were set in 12th, I think, and then we were able to come up to 6th with like 5 laps to go. So the car was really fast. We had a top 3 car that night. That's what we were going for. We were working on 5th place, actually, when the checkered flag came out. So we were on the move. We just didn't have enough time.
And you're hoping for hot weather tonight?
We're hoping for hot weather because this team could repeat, I believe, tonight.
All right, Aaron Bartamy, thanks a lot for joining us, and we wish you continued success.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that's Aaron Bartamy. Stay tuned, more Motorsports Magazine's coming right up. Dave Raptoy from Swanton, Vermont will start 8th in the 21, and shotgun on the field, Metal Man in car number 2. Green flag on qualifier number 2. Robert Gordon in the H2O, he was in that accident up at turn number 4 last week as well. A lot of cosmetic damage to the H2O, but that thing's built like a tank. And he could just about run through a brick wall with that car and only have cosmetic damage. He's got it back together and running strong out front in this second qualifier. Robert Gordon will lead lap number 1. Donnie Brissett in the 58 on the inside. Cody Kilburn on the outside in car number 32. They run side by side for the second position, which Brissett right now has. There's 3 wide down the backstretch, racing for 4th. Mike Terry to the inside. In the middle of the sandwich, it is the 29 for Nick Haywood. On the outside, right up by the wall, it's Lonnie Rivers in car number 7. They continue to run side by side for spots 3 through 6. Mike Terry in the 65 now has 3rd. Cody Kilburn running in the 4th spot. Nick Haywood in the 29 moving to the inside of Kilburn. Lonnie Rivers still working on the rim on the outside as he tries to get into the top 6. Remember, 6th spot is where you want to be. If you can get to the top 6, then you can pick up your handicap for the feature event. And right now, outside that top 6 bubble is Dave Raptoy in the number 21, and he's trying to move to the inside of Cody Kilburn's car to get into the 6th spot and therefore pick up his handicap going to feature event time. Raptoy is tied for 7th, 53 out of the top spot in the standings in that number 21, and he has moved to the 6th position. Battle for the lead. Mike Terry from the outside. Car number 65 trying to take the lead away from the H2O of Robert Gordon. Off the top of turn number 2, Mike Terry, one of the fastest guys. He's on the move in this division, having won 2 of the last 3 feature events, and he will take the lead away from Robert Gordon in this second qualifier. Nick Haywood, talk about a learning curve. Brand new car that they've had to throw together for Nick. Again, it was a car that Mike Chris drove last year. It was the Budweiser number 8. Chris Garrett had the car at the start of the year. Chris selling the car to Nick Haywood, and Nick trying to campaign and run at the speed that we're used to seeing him. He is the points leader in that 29 after he totaled his Camaro right about in that spot last week up in turn number 4. Haywood runs in the 3rd spot. 2 laps to go for Mike Terry out front. Robert Gordon in the H2O continues to run in the 2nd position. Side by side for third now, Lonnie Rivers in the 7, and the 29 of Nick Haywood. Haywood has the nose there for third, but here comes Rivers trying to move through on the inside to get that third spot with a white flag out. White flag for Mike Terry. Robert Gordon in the 8-2-0, running solid in second. The battle still on for third with Rivers and Haywood. Haywood trying to get a good run on top of the racetrack off turn number 2. Sitting in the 5th position is Dave Raptoy in the 21. Haywood still trying to hang on to third. The winner off turn number 4, it's going to be Mike Terry. For second, it's going to be Robert Gordon. Third is Lonnie Rivers. Fourth, Nick Haywood. Fifth to Dave Raptoy. And sixth will go to Don Brissett in the number 58. 10 strong, first qualifier. Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds are under green. Adam Bartamy from the outside of row number 1 will take the point. Here comes Mike Finney on the outside in the 38 racing to second. They're 3 wide down the backstretch as they part Craig Riel into CO2. Bryant Trim moves through on the inside. Matt Woodruff moved to the outside, as did Martinois in the number 90. Top 4 will advance to handicap. And right now, Martinois in the 90 has that 4th position. Patrick Dupree is going to have some work to do to get into the top 4. Bryant Trim running in the 5th spot as they run wheel to wheel for the 5th position. Off turn number 4. Out front it is Adam Bartamy in the X. Martinois to third in last truck center number 90 as he works on top of the racetrack. Working the rim is Droit to the 3rd spot. 4th right now is Woodruff on board the double nickel. But here comes Dupree on the outside. The Greg Norman Estates number 24 machine. For the pistol, Patrick Dupree works to the top of the racetrack, trying to take that 4th position away from Matt Woodruff in the double nickel. Running right behind them is Bryant Trim in the number 59. To second, Martinois in the number 90. Rob moving to the 2nd spot as he was able to dive down to the inside of Mike Finney's mount, take that 2nd position away. Out front is Adam Bartamy from Sheldon, Vermont, showing the way. His lead is 5 car lengths over Martinois. 3rd is Mike Finney in the 38. 4th is the pistol Patrick Dupree. 5th right now, Matt Woodruff in the double nickel. 6th is Bryant Trim in the 59. 7th is Chris Kaye in the number 18. Then it is Craig Riel in the CO2, Dan Brown in the 40, and Dan Ruprack in the 74. Right now, Adam Bartamy, his lead shrinking. It's been 5 car lengths. Now it's down to about 2 as Martinois is closing in. They run up on the slower car of Dan Ruprack in the 74. Adam Bartamy continues to work the bottom of the racetrack. Now drifting up off turn number 2. Martinois right in line, following him down the backstretch, lurking, now a car length, now half a car length, now he is right there in the number 90. Martinois looking down to the inside as they drag race down the front stretch into turn number 1. Waugh trying to find a line through on the inside. Adam Bartamy hanging on to the lead. Now he's working a middle line into turns 3 and 4. Closing some of the racetrack off from Martinois. Waugh still trying to weasel his way through down on the inside, trying to get to that top position. Adam Bartamy continues to hold him off in the X. Martinois in the Gamache Truck Center number 90 continues to run second. Now 2 car lengths off the back bumper of the X. 3rd is Mike Finney. 4th is Patrick Dupree in the 24. Matt Woodruff still runs 5th in the 55. White flag is out for Adam Bartamy. And Adam Bartamy holds off Martinois in the first qualifier. Waugh looks to the outside. Bartamy drifts up the track, takes that line away. Now Martinois dives down to the inside into turn number 3. Slower car in front. Dan Brown, don't think it's going to matter. They drag race for the win. Off turn number 4, it's Adam Bartamy by about 5 feet. Martinois second. 3rd, Mike Finney. 4th, Patrick Dupree. Matt Woodruff is 5th. 6th is Bryant Trim. 7th, Chris Kaye. 8th to Craig Riel. 9th is going to be Dan Brown, I believe, in the 40, and then Dan Ruprack in the 74.
Bill Desautel in the 19, John Michael Brissett in the 14, Josh Duravage in the 88, Jason Blondo in the 5, Josh Laporte in the 45, Chad Collins the 22, and the 79 for Brad Bushy. We're underway. 3 wide action into turn 1 on the far outside. The 77 of Fountain picking him up and setting him down. He has got the lead as up the backstretch the first time. The Whitney 24 has moved into the number 2 spot. The Atkins 21A running in 3rd, but here comes Duravage on the inside. He'll take that 3rd spot away. Jason Blondo running in the far outside of the racetrack. Almost scraped the wall coming off turn 4. That's where it's really fast. The car picks up momentum at the top of the racetrack coming off turn 4. Look out, Blondo's kicking up the dirt in the bunker. He got drop kicked out into the sand pit. He gets it back onto the racetrack. Meanwhile, we've got a 4-car battle up front. Bill Desautel backing off the track in the 19 car. He's trying to get that car refired. Chad Collins, 22, is having problems. He is pulled to the infield. Desautel refires the 19. Will stay green. good battle up front. Wade Whitney's 24, Josh Laporte in the 45, the 88 for Josh Durvage, and the 77 for Joey Fountain. Josh Laporte on the inside. Wade Whitney on the outside. Josh Durvage is looking for a way through. Running out of time because next time by, there will be 2 laps to go. 2 to go for the green slime. Whitney's 24 is holding off that 88 of Durvage so far. Durvage has been one of the top winners in this Monster Energy Drink Bomber division, but right now he's stuck behind the 24 car in that 3rd spot. The green slime is your leader, Josh Laporte. Up the back stretch the final time. Wade Whitney's 24 is 2nd. Josh Durvage in the 88 running 3rd. It's Christmas in July. Laporte wins it. 2nd goes to the 24 of Wade Whitney. The Durvage 88 comes home in the 3rd spot, followed by the Joey Fountain 77 and the 79 of Brad Bushy rounds out the top 5.
So you talked about the fast one. Larry Underwood will start the 73 in the 7th spot. Then it's Jamie Begor in car number 19 starting 8th, and shotgun on the field is Danny Sullivan in the 3. Green flag. Well, a good start for the outside line as Sean Duquette moves to the point from the outside of row number 1. Rick Frenier moving up, Richie Turner moving up, and so is Jamie Begor in the number 19. Begor started deep in the pack, and he's already up to 4th from the outside as the inside line kind of got bogged down by the 4 of Hernandez, who really did not get up to good speed. And those cars that started on the inside ended up losing spots. And the outside row, actually the front 4 cars all started on the outside of this qualifier. Duquette was on the outside of row 1, Frenier was on the outside of row number 2, and Turner was also on the outside, as was Begor in the 19, so they were all able to chug towards the front. Battle for the 2nd position. Richie Turner on the inside, Rick Frenier in the 77 working on the outside. 4th is Jamie Begor. Chasing him down is the 61 of point leader Robin Wood. Wood in the Ganienka Bingo Rent-A-Wreck machine trying to get that 4th position away from Jamie Begor. His points lead is 24. He is the only driver in this division who has more than 1 win. Robin Wood in that 61 has won 4 times. 5 other drivers have 1 win apiece this season. So we've had 5 different winners in 9 events for the J&S Steel Sportsman in 2009. Sean Duquette is one of those drivers who has 1 win this season. He won a couple of weeks back the longest distance race of the year for the Sportsman cars, a 100-lap feature a couple of Sundays ago. Duquette is the leader. It's a 5-car length lead over Richie Turner in the 17. Robin Wood has moved to the third spot in car number 61. Battle for 4th between Rick Frenier in the 77 and Jamie Begor in the number 19. Frenier running in the 4th position. Begor in the 19 runs in the 5th spot. Larry Underwood right now has 6th in car number 73, and remember that's important. You get to the top 6, you'll pick up handicap and start towards the front. Sean Duquette in the 18. His lead is 3 or 4 car lengths, but he's sideways off turn number 4. That allows Richie Turner to quickly close in. The lead was 3 or 4 car lengths. Now it's down to about 3 feet. As Turner was able to close right up in on the back bumper of Duquette, who was bad sideways off the 4th turn. Duquette in the lead. Richie Turner, though, right on his back bumper now. And just off his back bumper is Robin Wood in the 61. Duquette working up by the wall on the front stretch, coming off the 4th turn. Turner trying to get down to the inside and boogie into that top spot. Robin Wood in the 61 is also there. Throw a blanket on the top 3. Turner in the 17, Duquette in the 18. Now Turner trying to muscle his way through on the inside, trying to chug towards the front. Here comes Richie Turner in car number 17 with 2 to go. He's got the lead at the stripe. Sean Duquette continues to work that middle line, takes it up to the top of the racetrack off turns 2 and 4. Robin Wood in the 61 taking advantage of the racing room to drift up the track, get a good run down the backstretch himself. Turner to 17, leading Wood and Duquette. Duquette again, you can see him bobble into turn number 4, and that allows Robin Wood to race away to the 2nd position with a white flag out. Richie Turner the leader, Robin Wood running 2nd, Sean Duquette in line running 3rd, then a big gap back to Rick Frenier in the 77. Jamie Begor running in the 5th position. Checkered flag in the air. Will Robin Wood try to make a move to win this 2nd qualifier? Here they come. Drag race for the win. Down to the stripe. It's Richie Turner by about half a car. Robin Wood 2nd. Sean Duquette 3rd. Rick Frenier 4th. 5th to Jamie Begor, 6th to Larry Underwood, 7th to Mike Shagnon in the 86, and 8th will go to Danny Sullivan in car number 3.
That is your field for this first qualifier for the Keysville Napa Mini Modifieds. It's a slow, somewhat deliberate pace. We are under green. Jeff McCormick grabs the lead on the outside, and you got to give a nod to the McCormick team. The last couple of weeks, they have had to spend countless hours rebuilding race cars, as Jeff's been involved in a couple of big ones the last couple of weeks. And it's good to see that 17 car running fast and running up front. McCormick leads lap number 1. Chris LeVere closing the gap in the number 4. The Prentice 28 back to the 3rd spot. Shotgun runs 4th. He's looking to the inside of the 28 car. Another car on the move. That's the 1 for Justin Doner. He moves right alongside the Shotgun 35. They're going to go 3 wide as the Prentice 28 is going to lose a couple of spots as he drifted up high coming off turn 4. LeVere right on the back bumper of the 17 of McCormick as they head up the backstretch. Jeff McCormick in the 17, Chris LeVere in the 4. LeVere makes the move to the inside going into turn 3. McCormick trying to battle right back on the outside. They're going to be halfway this time by. They are even at the stripe. Gabriels and Vermontville running 1-2 in the mini modified division. McCormick sticks a nose in front on the outside. LeVere comes right back on the inside. 2 to go this time, LeVere, and Chris LeVere is going to have the lead. LeVere leads the way. McCormick 17 is second. Justin Doner has quickly gained on the top 2 cars. He's now running in the 3rd spot and moving up to the inside of the McCormick 17. Justin Doner moving right alongside that 1 car, but there's only 1 lap to go. He finished 3rd last week, and he looks to come back this week with a qualifying win in the first of 3 for the Keysville Napa Mini Modifieds. He's got a 4-car length advantage over Justin Doner. He'll lead the pack off turn number 4, down the stretch to the checkered flag. Chris LeVere is your winner. Justin Doner gets 2nd. Jeff McCormick 3rd. Shotgun Seymour 4th. Dave Demore rounds out the top 5.
Ready to run again. 1 lap complete. 25 laps the distance. Here they come off turn number 4. Versatile Trailer Sales Renegades are back under green. Josh Allen on the inside. Robert Gordon getting a good run on top of the racetrack down the backstretch. Taking advantage of the banking, pushing him down the backstretch into turn number 3. He's got the nose out in front. Gordon looking for his first win of the season, as would be Josh Allen down on the inside. They drag race to the stripe. It is Robert Gordon in the lead. Gordon had the lead at the stripe by a couple of feet on the outside, but Josh Allen not going away, running strong down on the inside, but a real good run again on top of the racetrack as they're 3 wide, running right behind the leaders. Josh Terry in the 43, Nick Haywood in the 29, Kevin Booten in the 25 also right there as he is trying to get the 4th spot away from Josh Terry. Robert Gordon continues to lead on the outside with the H2O. Josh Allen running in the 2nd spot with car number 10, wrestling that car around the racetrack. 3 wide for the 3rd position. Nick Haywood works the rim on the outside. Josh Terry's down on the inside, threading the needle, trying to come on through with that number 25. Here comes Kevin Booten. Booten through the middle, down the front stretch, he's to 4th. Now trying to get that 3rd spot away from Nick Haywood in the number 29. Keep an eye on Kevin Booten in the 25. They run door to door off turn number 2. Kevin Booten is on the move. The leader is still Robert Gordon on the outside. Josh Allen not going away in car number 10. He's still there down on the inside. Here comes Kevin Booten at the 25. He is to 3rd. Nick Haywood back to 4th. And the Budweiser number 29. Cody Kilburn in the number 32 hanging on to his car. He'll lose several spots, but we stay under green. Now Robert Gordon, the H2O, trying to put away Josh Allen, but he can't do it. Josh Allen is still right there. Lance Raptoy in the number 11, wrestling his car into turn number 4. Might have had some contact going into the 4th turn. The 0 of Keith O'Neill and the 11 of Lance Raptoy. Might have been some contact in 4 as they race for the 5th position. Side-by-side racing for spots 5 through 11. It starts with O'Neill and Raptoy, side by side, racing for the lead. Here comes Josh Allen on the inside, trying to take the lead away from Robert Gordon. And at the stripe, it looked like he had it by about a half foot. Black flag is out. It looked like it's for the 46 of Joe Daniels. It is. Smoke billowing off the right front for Little Joe, one of the few drivers that has won more than once this season. In the West Side Auto 46, he's back to the pits. Josh Allen has taken the lead with car number 10. Allen is the leader. Here comes Dave, the 25 of Kevin Booten, trying to get to the inside of Robert Gordon, take the second spot. Booten may be the fastest car out there right now. He's looking at the lead. Driving down to the inside of Josh Allen. Allen working a middle line on the track, now drifting up towards the wall, trying to hang on to it. Here comes Booten on through on the inside. Kevin Booten in car number 25 going for the lead. Side by side into turn number 1. Booten sticks the nose in front. In turn number 2 and down the backstretch, Kevin Booten has the lead. Booten goes from third to first in the lap. Josh Allen back to second. Robert Gordon hanging on to third. Nick Haywood runs in the fourth spot. Keith O'Neill trying to move towards the front in the 0. He runs fifth. Sixth, it is Dave Raptoy in the 21. Seventh is brother Lance Raptoy in car number 11. Kevin Booten now working his line, running a middle groove in turns 1 and 2, then drifting up on top of the racetrack down the backstretch. Kevin Booten's lead is 2.5 car lengths over car number 10 and Josh Allen. Then it's 2 car lengths back to Robert Gordon, who is hanging on to third, as Kevin Booten in that car number 25 is looking for his second win of the season. He picked up his only win so far, the second week of the racing season. That was way back on May the 9th. That was a Sunday that we raced on Mother's Day. And Kevin Booten is looking to pick up his second win here tonight. And he is opening up the lead on Josh Allen in car number 10. Allen runs in the second spot. Robert Gordon, the H2O, runs third. Keith O'Neill running in the fourth spot. Fifth is the 21 of Dave Raptoy. Sixth is Mike Terry in car number 65. There's a car that has really moved towards the front. He started deep in the pack. And the top 2 point guys are running side by side next to each other. Nick Haywood on the outside in the 29, Lonnie Rivers in car number 7. They are racing for the 7th spot. Give it to Lonnie Rivers. Lonnie Rivers goes to 7th in car 7. The 29 of Nick Haywood back to 8th. 9th is Lance Raptoy. And running in the 10th spot is the 43 of Josh Terry. Kevin Booten continues to pull away. The lead is now 5, almost 6 car lengths over car number 10, Josh Allen. Robert Gordon holding the field off for third. He is in that third position. Dave Raptoy in the 21 to the outside of Keith O'Neill racing for fourth. Raptoy in the 21 has the fourth spot. Now he's going after Gordon perhaps for third as he takes it right up by the wall with car number 21. 10 laps to go for Kevin Booten. Booten leading by 6 car lengths, almost 7 now, continuing each lap to increase his lead. Allen running in the second spot, his best run of 2009. Robert Gordon still third. Dave Raptoy still working on the outside, trying to get to third. But Keith O'Neill is able to take fourth back away from him temporarily in turns 1 and 2. Raptoy gets a good run on top of the racetrack down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Some slower cars that are running side by side right in front of the leader. They'll try to sort things out and get down to the inside. Booten in the 25, Josh Allen in the 10, Robert Gordon in the 8-2-0. They run single file, but from there on back, a lot of side by side racing. Dave Raptoy in the 21 is still fourth. Keith O'Neill fifth. Mike Terry in the 65 is sixth. Lonnie Rivers is seventh and trying to take that position away from Mike Terry. Josh Terry runs in the 8th spot. 9th is Cody Kilburn. 10th is Randy Ledoux. 11th is Lance Raptoy. 12th is Joe Warren. 13th and sliding backwards is the points leader, Nick Haywood. Matter of fact, where they run on the racetrack right now, Lonnie Rivers, if they finish this way, unofficially would likely take over the points. The field trying to work past some slower cars. Mike Terry is able to get a spot away from the 0 of Keith O'Neill. Dave Raptoy has gone past Robert Gordon to third. Here comes the leader, Kevin Booten, off of turn number 4. 5 laps to go for that number 25, and his lead is now half the front stretch. Josh O'Neill running in the second position. Make that Josh Allen running in the second position. Third is Dave Raptoy. Fourth is Robert Gordon. Fifth is Mike Terry. Sixth is Keith O'Neill. 7th is Lonnie Rivers. 8th is Josh Terry. So many Joshes in the field, sometimes it's tough to keep them all straight. I invented a new one. Randy Ledoux in the 47, running in the top 10. They put a lot of hours into that car this week as well. He was another one of the drivers that was caught up in the melee in turn number 4. But Nick Haywood with a brand new car, and he has been sliding back through the field. Right now he's somewhere just inside the top 15. Popsicle sticks will be out next time by. 2 laps will remain as Dave Raptoy goes for the second spot. Raptoy in the number 21 trying to take second away from Josh Allen in car number 10. 2 laps to go for leader Kevin Booten in the 25. And Raptoy has second with car number 21. Josh Allen a third. Look out, we got cars together up in turns 3 and 4. The 2 of Metal Man, the 36 of Dragoon. Those 2 cars have been running near one another as the field has circled past them. And the 27 of Robbie Favreau involved. And that brings out a yellow flag with 23 laps showing complete. With the 25 of Kevin Booten looking for his second win of the year. Dave Raptoy in the 21 would like to get his first win of the season tonight. Here they come off turn number 4. It's a slow pace. Green flag. Booten in the 25. Raptoy in the 21. Raptoy gets a good run on top of the racetrack. He is right there for the lead. He's got the nose out in front into turn number 3. Here comes Booten back after him on the inside. Down the front stretch. White flag is out. Down to the stripe. It's on the outside. Dave Raptoy by inches. They touch going into turn number 2. Booten sticks the nose in front. He drifts up the track. Raptoy gets a good run down the backstretch. Slower car in front. Will it play a factor? On the inside, Booten. On the outside, Raptoy. It's going to be a drag race for the win. Down the front stretch. Down to the wire. Checkered flag is out. And the line is Booten on the inside in car number 25 by about a foot. Booten wins. Raptoy is second. And third, the H2O for Robert Gordon. What a finish.
Last time Kevin picked up a win, it was back on Mother's Day, second week of May. He's out of his car now. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. Kevin Booten from Swanton, Vermont. Over here, Kevin. Second win of the year for you. Tell us what you were thinking when the yellow flag came out with 23 complete.
Well, I didn't have a lot of concern because I had a lot of fun running with Dave, and I knew he'd run me clean. I figured the best man would definitely win, so and that's what happened. So
when you came down to take the white flag, Dave Raptoy had the lead. He had the advantage perhaps up on the outside. He was able to get a good run up on turn number 2 where he really drifted up the track. But you were able to get up the track as well because he was using that real extreme line working out on the rim.
yeah, the bottom was real slick tonight. Once I got out front, I tried not to use up the tires. I knew if we had a restart, I'd have a hard time getting going again. So I appreciate Dave running me real clean. I've had a couple of rough weeks with some bad luck, but it's paying off tonight.
And tonight you win by about half a foot. It's always good to get second win of the year. Congratulations, nice job.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Yipe Stripes, Dan Turner's Automotive, Casey's Automotive, my family, my wife, everybody for helping me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Kevin Booten, everybody, once again, give him a nice round of applause and a fine finish by the other guys as well. Robert Gordon third, and Dave Raptoy just missed out on his.
There's the green flag. That was a good start for Mike Lanza. He has the lead going into turn number 1.
Uh-oh.
He's got the lead into turn number 2. He's
not,
pulling away down the backstretch.
It does not look good for Pickleman.
The Subaru trying to win $200 if he can hold on to it through turn number 4. Looks like he's in good shape down the front stretch. He's going to win going away. The Subaru wins. $200 on the way to Mike Lanza. Martin Watt now starts to fall off the pace a little bit. He fell a couple of car lengths behind Patrick Dupree in the 24. 10 laps to go for Jason Durgan. Inside 10 laps for Durgan, who is all the way in turn number 3. Second place car, Mike Riel, is on the backstretch. Patrick Dupree in heavy traffic. He has moved to the 3rd spot after he has worked his way past Andy Haywood. And now Haywood, he makes contact with Martin Roy as they box it up going along the front stretch. Haywood trying to hang on to spots. Heavy traffic again. Andy Haywood having a tough time getting through some of those slower machines. He's right in front of Mike Bruno in the 22. Heavy lap traffic for some of the cars that are in the top 10. Jim Introde is off the pace with the number 9. He's trying to get to the exit ramp. He'll get there. It's the last thing that Durgan would have wanted, to see a yellow flag come out. Where's Durgan? Let's find the leader. Durgan is on the backstretch. His lap times have come way down. His last lap was a 17.4. Mike Riel in comparison was a 16.8. Durgan's time coming down. Oh, now it's an 18-second lap time for Durgan. That right rear tire is going down. That right rear tire is flat on Durgan's car. 5 laps to go this time by. Durgan's lead is closing. Durgan is in trouble. The right rear tire is flat on the 17. His lap times are way off, down to the 18-second range. Patrick Dupree has moved to the second spot. Can he run him down? Durgan is just limping around this place. 18.6 was his last lap. Dupree was a 16.8. Durgan has used up the right rear tire. Dupree trying to get around Woodruff. Inside 5 laps to go. If Dupree can get there, he's going to win. Dupree around Woodruff. Durgan trying to nurse it home. He doesn't have anything for him. Here comes Martin Roy into the mix. Martin Roy on the outside. Yellow flag comes out. Yellow flag is out with 26 showing complete. There was a car parked up in the fourth turn. That was Ryan McLean in the 14. His right rear tire is flat, and so is Jason Durgan's. Durgan, the race leader, goes back to the pits. The right rear tire is cooked. Yeah, number 4. It's a slow pace into turn number 4. Here they come down the front stretch. Green flag. Martin Roy takes it to the rim on the outside. Turn 1, turn 2. Martin Roy has second. Vaulting towards the front. Patrick Dupree took away some of that momentum. Here comes Martin. Oh, look out. Pierre Bertillon up in the air over at turn number 2. Comes back down on all fours. Yellow flag. Racing for the first time in Earnings Discount Tools Modified. All right, here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Oh, Patrick Dupree checked out. On that restart, he left him at the ultimate. Mike Riel running in second. Martin Roy down to the inside of Riel. He will take that spot away, and now he's going to try to chase him down. Patrick Dupree just snookered the field on that restart. He left Mike Riel standing at the altar, coming off turn 4 down the front stretch to take the green flag. And now he is trying to race away to his 3rd win of the year. Dupree leading by 5 car lengths. Martin Roy trying to use it up and chase him down. There's just 2 laps to go. Mike Riel trying to hang on to a top 3 finish, but Richard Tesser has position. He's got 3rd. Mike Bruno has 4th, and Mike Riel goes back to 5th. Here they come off turn number 4. White flag is unfurled for Patrick Dupree. Dupree on his way to his 3rd win of 2009. It's a 7 car length advantage over Martin Roy down the backstretch. Martin Roy running in the 2nd spot. He sees him in front, but he can't do anything with him. Patrick Dupree wins it. Martin Roy is 2nd. 3rd to Richard Tesser. Mike Bruno 4th. 5th Andy Haywood. 6th to Mike Riel. 7th George Foley. 8th Aaron Barnaby. 9th to Cody Benoit. 10th will go to Greg Atkins. 11th to Adam Barnaby in the X. And it looked like Chris K.A., Leon Gagnon, Jason Durgan, and Max MVN in the number 25. But win number...
Patrick, restart on that first attempt on with 26 complete, the lap 27 restart. The first time around, you took it a little slow coming down the front stretch. Martin Roy was able to get a pretty good run after you. The yellow came out. Second restart, though, you used a different tactic. Tell me your strategy on the second restart.
Yeah, I figured I probably better not wait that long again. Rule was starting at the cone, and everyone gets rambunctious at the end, and me too. But I guess I didn't fire fast enough, and I might have been a little early on the last one there. But the car picked up a horrible vibration at the end, and I didn't know if it was going to stay together, so I was really anxious to get the race over with.
Nobody really seemed to have anything for Jason Durgan, but as he was working around the field, he just used up the right rear tire, and you found yourself in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that's too bad. There's a lot of right rear tires going down. I don't know if it's stones had to get kicked up or, using the tires, but he had a good run, and was looking forward to racing him, but, that's happened a couple times already this year.
The points lead is tight with this guy that finished right behind you in the 2nd spot, and it's going to stay tight.
Yes, it is, and we're having a lot of fun, so.
Congratulations on win number 3. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, that's...
All right, 6 down, 9 to go. Coming back to the green flag. Myers on the inside, Whitney on the outside. Durvage right there waiting for one of the top two to make a mistake. Up the backstretch, Whitney has a half a car length advantage. Myers coming right back on the inside. They're side by side into turn 3. Look at Jason Blondo with a 3-wide move off turn 4. Look out, Bordeaux gets tapped from behind. She's backwards into the wall. Everybody's scrambling by. Caution flag is out.
If he can do it again on this restart.
Back to the green again, 6 down, 9 to go. Myers in the 75, the 24 of Whitney on the outside. Again, they race as a team up the backstretch with Durvage right there in the 88. 3 wide into turn 3. The 5 of Blondo has the inside this time, and it's the 45 of Laporte on the outside trying to get it done. Cody Myers hanging on to that lead, but it certainly is not a comfortable lead. He's got a 2-pronged challenge on the outside. The 24 of Whitney on the back bumper. The 88 of Durvage. Now here comes Blondo to join the mix. Laporte's right there as well in the 45. And Levinway. Any one of those top 6 cars. Now 7 as Whalen's joined that battle. Myers. Car length advantage going into turn 3. He drifts a little bit high. Will the door open up on the inside for Durvage to come through? Myers is still high coming off turn 4. That door is open on the inside if Durvage has enough to get by on the inside. They're side by side into turn 2. There'll be 5 to go this time by. They're coming on the slower car of Cliff Lawrence. Look out here. They're scrambling 3 wide. This could get interesting. Durvage had the lead at the stripe. Again, problems on the Josh Leclerc, number 7. He's headed back to the garage area. Contact on the backstretch. The 11 of Whalen and Levarnway's 13 got together. New leader up front, it is Josh Durvage. Myers back to second. Blondo trying to get by Myers on the outside. Whitney trying to get by on the inside. Laporte's 45 running in the 5th spot. As Myers now tries to come back on the inside of Durvage. They complete lap number 12. It's still the 88 of Josh Durvage in front. With an extremely tight battle for the number 2 spot going on behind him. Myers 75, Whitney's 24, and Blondo's 5. Then it's 3 car lengths back to Josh Laporte in the 45. Then Levarnway is 6th, Seymour is 7th, Richner is 8th, Jeanette runs 9th, Bill Desatel rounds out the top 10. 2 laps remain for Josh Durvage in the 88. The superstar running in the number 2 spot. He's opened up 5 car lengths on that battle for the number 3 spot between Whitney and Blondo. White flag coming out this time by. Does Cody Myers have enough to run down Josh Durvage? Good battle for the 3rd spot and a good battle for the 5th spot. Whitney and Blondo for the 3rd spot. Laporte and Levarnway for the 5th spot. Yellow and checkers. We had a couple of cars spinning in turn 4. Durvage wins it. Myers gets 2nd. 3rd spot will go to the 24 of Whitney. Blondo gets 5th, or 4th spot rather, the 5. And 5th will go to the 45 of Josh Laporte.
All right, Rick, we'll get a word with Josh Durvage in just a second. It looks like there's a team of blue shirts that all have Durvage on the back that have come on out onto the racetrack. Josh is getting out of his car. Now, this has often been the most difficult part of the race for Josh, doing the victory lane interview afterwards, because he's been pretty bashful. Let's see if we can get more words out of him this time. Josh, 3rd win of the year for you. You're also the points leader, and you're going to increase your points lead tonight. Come on this way a little bit so that we can all see you on the camera as well. Congratulations. You did a nice job working your way through traffic. Tell us about your race as you worked the traffic to get to the front.
Yeah, it was a hard race. I just got held up in traffic a little bit, and when I got a hole, I went for it.
Now, where did you find your car hooked up the best? Was it down on the inside? Did it work all over the place for you, up on top? What seemed to really work for you?
Down the inside is fast, but there's dirt down there, so the high side I think goes a little bit faster.
Well, nonetheless, it's your third win. Your car fast all over the place. Third win of the year, and you're the points leader. Things are going pretty good for you overall.
Yes, they are, very well.
Well, congratulations on your third win. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, Josh Durivage gets his third win of the year.
NS Steel Sportsman. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Bill Sawyer trying to hang on to it. Rick Frenier might have got into the back bumper of that 39 coming down to take the green flag, and that staggered everybody. And they're running 3 wide for about the 8th spot. Frenier in the 77, Underwood in the 73, and Begor, the 19, working the rim on the outside. Out front, it is Ben Huff in car number 29. Dan Huff is the race leader in the 29. Running second is Sean Duquette in the 8. Oh, Duquette gets in the back bumper of Huff. There goes Huff around over in turn number 2. Everybody's trying to get by, and we got a yellow. Cars running in the front 5 rows. As we go at it again, 1 lap complete, 25 laps the distance for the JNS Steel Sportsmen. Here they come, off turn number 4, down the front stretch, green flag. Sean Duquette in the 18 will lead the field off turn number 2. He's bringing Toby Ebersol with him down on the inside. Here comes Ebersol in that number 82 car trying to get the second spot away from Travis Bruno. He will into turn number 3, and the Professor Bucko Branham's on the move down on the inside as well. Branham trying to get third away from Bruno, who has third still at the stripe. Looked like Travis Bruno perhaps by an inch had that third position, but he doesn't have it over in turn number 2. And again, Bill Sawyer is sideways, this time off the second turn. Jamie Begor trying to get that spot away from Sawyer on the outside as they race for the 5th spot. Out front it's Sean Duquette, who takes it right up to the wall off the 4th turn. Toby Ebersol following behind with car number 82. Then it's Bucko Branham running 3rd in car number 20. The 33, Travis Bruno runs in the 4th spot. Battle for 5th. Jamie Begor has 5th down the backstretch into turn number 3, working on the outside. Bill Sawyer on the inside in the 39, trying to hang on to that 5th position as Begor takes it right up by the wall off the 4th turn, and at the stripe he has 5th. Robin Wood, the points leader, runs right behind Sawyer and Begor, who continue to run side by side, door to door for the 5th position. Wood is 7th, 8th is Frenier, 9th is Richie Turner, and 10th is Larry Underwood. Out front it is Sean Duquette. Now Duquette in his qualifier got bad loose coming off the 4th turn. That rear end just started to kick out on that machine earlier in the evening when he was qualifying. Let's see if Toby Ebersol in the 82 is able to do something with Sean Duquette running out front. Now Duquette has 1 win under his belt this season with that number 18. It was the 100-lap victory that he had a couple of weeks back. Toby Ebersol in the 82 is 4th in the point standings. He's looking for his first win. Ebersol is a former 2-time track champion in this division. He's looking for his first win this racing season. And the top 3 cars have pulled away from 4th place runner Travis Bruno. Bruno on the outside as Jamie Begor tries to come through on the inside. Begor in the 19 won for the first time this season last week with that number 19 car, and he is on the move. He is up to 4th. And bringing with him Robin Wood. Wood looks to the inside of Travis Bruno down the backstretch. Throw a blanket on the top 3 as they run nose to tail. Duquette in the 18, Ebersol in the 82, and a Professor Bucko Branham in car number 20, running a car length off the back of Ebersol's 82 car. And it's about 6 car lengths back to Jamie Begor in the 19. That time it looked like Duquette pushed up the racetrack in turn number 2, but still hanging on to that lead. Again, pushing up the track to the top of the racetrack off turn number 4. Sean Duquette leading by 1 car length. Toby Ebersol running in the 2nd spot. Can't quite get there. A 1 car length disadvantage for Ebersol. Then it's 5 feet back to Bucko Branham in car number 20, who also runs just off that back bumper of the 82. Then about 3 car lengths back to Jamie Begor in 4th, and Robin Wood running in the 5th spot. Black flag is out. It looks like it's on Richie Turner in the number 17. Ricky Frenier and Bill Sawyer with a good battle going on for position. Frenier is able to move through and take a spot away from Sawyer, who continues to drift back through the field. Out front it is still Duquette in the 18. Ebersol, Branham running in the top 3. And again it's the black flag out for the 17 of Richie Turner. Turner continues though at speed as Travis Bruno in the 33 is in his sights. Duquette in the 18 continues to hold off Toby Ebersol with 11, now 12 laps showing complete. Top 5 cars have pulled away from the rest of the field. Travis Bruno is in that 6th spot. Robin Wood has closed in on the back bumper of Jamie Begor, and Jamie Begor has closed in on the back bumper of Bucko Branham. Toby Ebersol is trying to get to the back bumper of Sean Duquette again. Duquette has a 1 car length advantage down the backstretch. Toby Ebersol running right with him in line. Duquette drifts up towards the wall, but again, Ebersol having a tough time getting there. Jamie Atkins in the number 68 is over in the bunker, off turn number 2 and along the backstretch. See if he can keep that car rolling. He won't, and that brings out a yellow flag. Right, ready to go again. Sean Duquette, Toby Ebersol, row number 1, and there's the green flag. 13 laps showing complete, 25 laps the distance for the J&S Steel Sportsman cars. Sean Duquette, Toby Ebersol. Ebersol's got momentum on the outside, and that will slingshot him down the backstretch. Into turn number 3, they're dead even into the third turn. Side-by-side racing spots 1 through 4. They race down the front stretch, down to the stripe. Toby Ebersol's got the lead on the outside. Sean Duquette coming back though on the inside. Duquette will take the lead back into turn 2. But look at Ebersol get that run. Off turn 2 on top. Toby Ebersol has the lead into turn number 3. Here comes Duquette fighting back on the inside. They slingshot race into turn number 4. Down the front stretch. It's a Toby Ebersol again on the outside with the lead by about half a car length. Looked like Branham was going to dive down to the inside and make it a 3-car battle for the lead. About to say it's a 3-car battle for the lead. But now it's Jamie Begor who's running on the outside. Begor is on the move with that number 19. Begor is looking to go back-to-back in the division. Not going away, though, is Sean Duquette, who continues to run strong down on the inside. Since the restart, they've been running side-by-side for the lead. Toby Ebersol continues on the outside with the lead in the number 82. Sean Duquette down on the inside. They are dead even into turn number 4. Again, a drag race down to the stripe, and again, it's Toby Ebersol by 5 feet. Ebersol hangs on to the lead. Duquette getting that good run into turn number 2, a little sideways into 2. That allows Ebersol to get a little more running room down the backstretch. Pulling away a little bit into turns 3 and 4. But here's where Duquette comes back. Slot car racing out front as they trade the lead back and forth. The 82 again, that time by about 3/4 of a car length, had the lead at the stripe. Duquette trying to hang with them. Side by side for the top 4 positions. Duquette the 18, Ebersol the 82. Robin Wood, the points leader, running in the 5th position. He's got a great view of the battles that are going on right in front of him. That time the lead back to 5 feet. Next time by, just 5 laps will remain. They've been running side by side for the last 5 laps. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Duquette still there. Ebersol still has the lead on the outside. Here they come. They touch off turn 4. Down the front stretch. Toby Ebersol still in the lead. That time was about 8 feet. Jamie Begor is starting to lose that outside line a little bit. Bucko Branham has gone back to 3rd in car number 20. The 18 of Sean Duquette trying to get back down to the inside, trying to take that lead away. Gets a good run into 4. Ebersol a little sideways off the 4th turn. Down to the stripe this time. It's still Ebersol, but that time by only a couple of feet. Side by side since the last green flag, and now the yellow is out. Yellow flag is out over in turn number 3. Bill Sawyer brings out the yellow. And now they'll continue side by side. Now Duquette has that outside line. Can he make it work? They're on the gas coming off turn number 4. Down the front stretch. Green flag. Almost touching into turn number 1. Down to the inside of turn 2. Now up the track. Toby Ebersol has the lead down the backstretch. Let's see if Sean Duquette can get that good run off the top of the racetrack. Side by side racing for the lead. Ebersol down the front stretch. Down to the stripe. He's still got the lead from the inside. It was 2 feet at the stripe. Sean Duquette goes again out top, trying to get a good run down the backstretch into turn number 3. Side by side racing for the top 4 positions. They're dead even into the 4th turn. Can Duquette get the run down the front stretch? No! Ebersol still has the lead. It's a 6-foot advantage. 2 laps to go. Toby Ebersol trying to get win number 1 of the season. Sean Duquette looking for his 2nd win. 2nd in the last 3 weeks. Behind him, the Professor Branham. Begor in the 19. Continue to run side by side. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. At the stripe, Duquette's got the lead. They touch it at turn number 1. Ebersol is sideways. Hangs onto it. Gets a good run into turn number 2. He's got the lead off 2. Down the backstretch, Ebersol comes back after him. Dead even in the 3rd turn. Ebersol puts the nose in front. Duquette Duquette puts the nose in front. It's a drag race for the win. Down the front stretch they come. Down to the stripe. Who's it going to be? It's Ebersol on the outside, it looks like. Make that Duquette on the outside, it looks like, in the 18. It looked like Duquette from the outside just got to the start-finish line with his number 18, beating Toby Ebersol by inches to the stripe.
What a great race we just saw, the J&S Steel Sportsman tonight. Sean Duquette's out of his car. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. He wins by about a foot. Here comes Sean coming around. We'll get a word with him. Gets congratulations from Toby Ebersol and Bucko Branham. Come on over, Sean Duquette. Well, we go back to the lap 13 restart. Come on over this way so we can see you. We go back to the lap 13 restart where you were the leader. Toby was able to get the lead on the outside and then roll reversal. But how about the last 12 laps running side by side? And there wasn't really a lot of contact between your car or Toby's.
That's pretty much fun that I ever had here. It was better than actually the 100. That was fun. Wicked.
Well, there were a lot of question marks going into this race with the change in the gears. I talked to you before the race. You weren't quite sure what to expect. What did you find out?
During the heat race, it was junk. I don't know what it was. It was so loose that I couldn't even drive it. We just made a few adjustments, and it actually worked out good.
But you said that's some of the most enjoyable time you've had in the seat of a race car running side by side with Toby Ebersol for 12 laps for the win.
That's awesome on the outside especially. I love it.
Well, congratulations. You were able to get it done on the outside, and a win's a win, even if it's only by a foot.
Thank you. I want to thank all my crew, all my sponsors, Taylor Reynolds, Marty Carpet, Gregory's, Curtis now, Sample. I thank everybody.
All right, nice job, Sean Duquette. He gets his second win of the year.
Bishaw on the inside, McCormick on the outside. Down the stretch, green flag is out. Three wide action up the backstretch. Bishaw your leader. Jenkins moving up on the inside. McCormick hanging right there on the outside in the 17. Martin on the far outside. Brusso on the inside. Lavere in the middle. Look out! McCormick is sideways. Lost it. McCormick, everybody sneaking by? No. Rick Donor in the 95 nails the 17 of Jeff McCormick in the driver's side door. You see the fluid coming out of the 95 car. And the points leader is headed back to the garage area. They pick up the pace off turn 4, back to the green flag. It's a good start for Randy Martin as he's zooming by on the inside. Randy Martin's going to have the lead. Martin goes from row number 2, grabs the lead coming off turn 3. He's going to lead him down to the stretch. Martin, your new leader. Eric Riel had some problems in the 2 car. He kicked up the dirt in the infield. He's getting it back out on the racetrack. Chris Lavere's number 4 has moved into the number 2 spot. Eli Bishaw hanging right with Lavere on the outside in the 93. The Jenkins 33 running next, followed by Justin Donor's 1. And the Billy Twait 69. It's a good 5-car battle for that second spot, all in chase of the 77 of Randy Martin. 3 wide action. Twait's in the middle, Jenkins on the inside, Justin Donor on the far outside. Last week we saw the 69 and the 4 get together. Let's see what happens this time as Twaits is going to split the middle again. Here comes Justin Donor on the inside. Lavere on the inside. Twaits in the middle. Bishaw on the far outside. Caution flag is out. This time it's the Sweeney 51. Jerry Sweeney's 51 come to a halt on the backstretch.
He's not complacent, though, sitting in that second spot. And boy, how happy would Gilligan be with all the time they put into this race car if he were able to win it.
7 down, 8 remain. We come back to the green. Now Well, it didn't take long for Bill Thwaites to get the lead. Martin going to try to come right back at him on the outside. Thwaites had the lead by the time they hit turn 2, but Gilligan's coming right back. Martin on the outside, Thwaites on the inside. They are side by side off turn 4. Martin has the lead at the stripe. Thwaites trying to come right back on the inside. He gets the advantage in turn 2, but Gilligan picks up all the momentum and just drives right by him down the backstretch.
Wow.
Again, Thwaites gains ground in the corner. Martin throws it to the far outside once again at the stripe. Martin, this time by about a nose. Chris LeVere running in the third spot. Justin Donor is fourth. Eli Bishaw and Billy Jenkins battle for the fifth spot. Again, Martin has a car length advantage. He swings the 77 out of the bottom of the racetrack, throws a little bit of a block onto the 69. I think Martin is much better staying on the outside, Rob, because his car is extremely fast out there.
Oh, he's working real well on the rim. You can see him just catapult down the backstretch when he goes up on top of the racetrack.
Not many cars are able to pull away from the 69 of Bill Thwaites, but as he gets that momentum, Martin just drives away.
Oh,
He takes Martin into the wall in the front stretch. The 69 and the 77 get together. Caution flag is out. 10 laps down. They're only going to make it to 11 tonight. LeVere, Donor, and Bishaw, the top three. Boy, those names have changed in the last few minutes. Green flag. Chris LeVere is your leader. Justin Donor, second. Really not gaining any ground on the 4 car. White flag is out, 1 to go. They'll make it to lap 12 tonight. Bishaw on the bunker in the backstretch. He's going to lose 4 or 5 spots. That car is shut down. Here comes Donor taking a look at the outside of LeVere. Down the stretch, Chris LeVere holds on to win by half a car. Second spot goes to the 1 of Justin Donor. The 12 car of Dustin Green finishes third, followed by the 33 of Billy Jenkins and the 03 of Speedy Brissett.
All right, that's his first win of the 2009 racing season from Gabriel's, New York. Chris LeVere gets his first win. All right, Chris LeVere is out of his car. Chris, come on over. First win, and that was a wild race. I know there was a mishap that happened fairly close in front of you. You were running 3 wide at the time, but there were a lot of things going on in that race. Tell us what it was like from a driver's standpoint.
I didn't know what to do. I see cars going everywhere. I'm fortunate tonight to actually be lucky enough to win the race. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of cars were faster than me, but they made mistakes, and we capitalized.
I know you've had problems with this car at different times during the season. You've worked on the motor, you've blown the motor, you've had electrical issues and a bunch of things going on. Always gratifying with all of that behind you now to get a win.
Yeah, especially to get the monkey off the back with Bobby, you know. He won one, I haven't won one, so now I don't have to listen to it anymore.
Well, congratulations on getting your first win, and you won up your little brother.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Gregory's P&H Electric. They actually helped me get the new motor for the car, and without them, we wouldn't be here tonight.
All right.
Hisato and Dan Breezy's Painting, and, of course, everybody here, all the fans, and Mike and Steve, and everybody, MSN, Outside Groove, all you guys.
All right. Thanks a lot, Chris. Good job.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Feel the heat along the front stretch. Cooking those 2 cars.
Can we turn the air conditioner back on, Rob?
We may have to put the AC back on.
Dave Brown backed off just a little bit.
Look at the debris field, Rick. Those cars just disintegrating. Look at the cinders flying across the infield.
Don't set that outhouse on fire, though.